make that special Japanese sweet street food treat, Okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is simple, fun, and exciting, and it is a great new flavors that you can put together real quickly in your own kitchen. So here we're going to show some of the ingredients and exactly how this comes together. Take a look. Alright, we have Okonomiyaki batter, which is kind of a pancake-like batter almost. It's made with dashi stock, flour, and a little bit of potato starch. It's 1 cup of flour to 1 cup of dashi stock to ½ a teaspoon of potato starch. Whisk together and allow it to settle. Then we have some shredded cabbage, some shredded carrots, have a little bit of chopped scallion. I have some Japanese shishito peppers because I like mine a little spicy. I have some leeks, and then we're going to use shrimp, bacon, ginger, and egg and bonito flakes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take an empty mixing bowl and we're going to take about a cup of shredded cabbage. You want to shred your cabbage real finely so it doesn't fall apart. And you want to get rid of, if you see little ribs like this, the thick chunks of your cabbage, go ahead and cut those out. We don't want our okonomiyaki to fall apart. Second, we're going to add our vegetables, the rest of our vegetables. We're going to do a little bit of shredded carrot, leek, a little bit of our green Japanese shishito pepper, half of our scallion, and then we're going to mix it by hand. Alright, take a little pinch of salt, call it a day. We're going to throw a little bit of our chopped shrimp in there, mix it up, spread it out real good. We're going to take about a tablespoon of chopped pickled ginger, or gari as it's called. And then we are going to add about half of our batter. 1 cup, the 1 cup ratio makes about 2 big okonomiyakis. So I'm going to take half of my pancake batter, set it on one side. Potato starch is going to make it a little stretchy. That's good. That's what you want. Then we're going to take an egg. We're going to crack a whole egg on the other side. And then we're going to use our little spatula here and slowly break up our egg. Start to toss in the vegetables and shrimp. Get a little mix on one side of your bowl, just like this. And then we're going to fold in the batter so that it all becomes one homogeneous mixture. The more you work it, the more that starch is going to activate. And again, that's okay. We're kind of going for a chewy vegetable pancake here. We want to make sure our egg's fully incorporated as well. Alright, now we've got a nice, good, even mix on all of our vegetables and all of our ingredients in here. So we're going to take that, set it aside. Spread out into a nice even circle. You don't want it too thick. We got to make sure that it cooks all the way through, including all the stuff that's on the inside. Give it a nice round shape. I'd say about 3/4 of an inch thick. And then the last thing we're going to do is put a couple strips of bacon on the back side. That's going to kind of help hold it together when we flip it and add a lot of flavor. And we're going to take a couple of pieces of shrimp and we're going to add that to our back side as well. Top, bottom, they're eventually going to be one in the same. So now that we know we have a nice heat, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. And because there's a lot inside in the middle, the egg and everything else, and the chopped shrimp, it needs to kind of steam a little bit. So we're going to take a little, use a mixing bowl and cover it so our heat kind of condenses and we cook both sides. It's going to take about 2 minutes on the first side, and then we're going to go ahead and flip, cook the second side, let that bacon get crispy, let the shrimp cook through, same thing, a little steam on the top, and then we're going to let the last minute to cook uncovered. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at what's going on under our lid. Looks pretty good. It looks like we're starting to get a little color on that first side there. So we're going to go ahead and use a spatula and give it a real quick flip. Careful you don't have your kids around, you don't want to hurt anybody. But we're going to do the same thing, pat it down a little bit. Go ahead and put our lid back on. And give it another 2 minutes on that side. Alright, now that our second side has had about 2 to 2.5 minutes to cook, we're going to go ahead, take the top, take a look and see what we got. Again, now I can smell the bacon really rendering well. Press it down just a little bit. We can always flip it back over if the bacon's not crispy enough. We can always give it another go around. We'll take a look. I can smell like it's cooking properly, so we'll just give it another little flip. Now I'm going to give my bacon just another second. Again, letting that bacon get nice and crisp. Crisp bacon is great. I think everyone loves crisp bacon, right? I believe our bacon should be cooked all the way through. It is. We're in a much better shape there. So we're going to let this cook on the last side for 1 more minute uncovered. Raise the heat just a hair. And we'll go ahead and get the plate that you're serving this to all of your amazing friends on. If you share this with your buddies, you have the luckiest buddies in the world. A great friend. What a great friend you are for cooking it for them. So we're going to use a couple of fun little treats to garnish with. There's the Okonomiyaki sauce, which is kind of this fishy Japanese barbecue sauce. And we're going to use Japanese mayonnaise called Kewpie. They're looking for a little picture of a bald baby on the front, and it's Kewpie mayonnaise. Adds a great seasoning. We're going to finish with bonito flakes and more scallions. So, all right. Check everything. Make sure your side's nice and crispy. You can kind of smell when it's tasting or when it's going to taste right. Go ahead and just slap that out onto your pan. Drizzle generously with Kewpie. Drizzle generously with Okonomiyaki sauce. Go ahead and sprinkle with bonito flakes, and they'll look like they're moving when they're on something hot. They'll kind of have this look like they're melting. Whoa, shaky, shaky, shaky. They look like they're alive. And the last thing we're going to do is some scallions. So you finally get this, serve it to your friends. Cut it into pizza-like slices, and enjoy your Japanese okonomiyaki. Yum.